Welcome to Inspiration Health Radio, sponsored by Millennium Physician Group. I'm Michelle McCormick. Today, our conversation is about knowing your options when it comes to Medicare. The annual enrollment period begins on Friday, October 15th, and we're going to break it down. We're going to break down who's it for. We're going to break down what's involved, and we're also going to talk about how to get it done during this almost 8-week period. Get your pen and paper ready, because it's a lot. But first, Millennium Physician Group is a leading comprehensive independent physician group in Florida with more than 560 healthcare providers at 150 locations within 19 Florida counties. We serve nearly 500,000 patients. Millennium Physician Group is your connection to a healthier life. You can learn more at millenniumphysician.com. Connection, innovation, Inspiration Health. Welcome to Inspiration Health Radio, sponsored by Millennium Physician Group. Each week, we talk about the healthcare issues that are important to you, inviting providers and experts to inspire you to take control of your healthcare decisions. Millennium Physician Group, your connection to a healthier life. Join us right now for a healthcare journey as we work together to achieve the best health outcome for you. At age 65, you can get many special perks, such as travel discounts, Social Security payments, tax deductions, and plenty of senior discounts. One big thing you can look forward to, though, is Medicare, which can be super confusing and very difficult to manage and understand. We are here to help navigate the process today.
Joining me now is Laura Whitridge. She's the Vice President of Client Experience at HealthShare360. Now, this is a really exciting group that we're working with who's going to be doing a lot for our YourMedicareConnect.com website. So, Laura, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yes, my name's Laura, and I work with HealthShare360. We have an innovative approach where we work with doctors to help them provide a resource for their patients to find the best Medicare insurance solution for them. So the really unique thing about HealthShare360 is we work with all the different insurance carriers that your doctor accepts. So we can really help you look across all the options that are in the market and figure out, based on your needs, what's going to really be the right solution for you.
Yeah, and I think that's where it gets really complicated, Laura, is that people just don't know where to go. I mean, if you're like turning 65, you get this Medicare, where do you go? Where do you even start? How do you help navigate that process?
Yes. So if they come to HealthShare360, or if you already have a broker that you work with that you trust, that's a good place to start too. But it is a very complicated process. So you need someone to help you understand just the basics of what you need to do when you turn 65, and then to understand your different options. Yes, you get original Medicare, it's called, when you turn 65, but that does not provide you full coverage. And I don't know if everyone knows that. If you're in original Medicare, you're going to have a lot of expenses that come out of your pocket. So then you have some options that you can add to that. Many people are familiar with a MedSup or a Medigap plan. Those literally fill in some of the gaps of original Medicare. And then there are what are called Medicare Advantage plans. Those are very similar to what you may have had through your employer. They are HMO or PPO plans offered by insurance companies that cover everything of original Medicare, but usually cover many other things. So your prescription drug coverage is included. They often cover dental, vision, and benefits like even an OTC, so a card you can use for expenses at the drugstore. And what you really need to do is talk to someone and let them know your specific needs. If you have specific prescriptions, is there specific doctors that you see all the time that you want to be sure are covered? You need to kind of go through what your life is like, what your health needs are like, and figure out the plan that's going to be the best match for you.
Yeah, I think that's where people really get bogged down in the system. They just think, hey, I'm on Medicare. Yay, I'm 65. But it's all the plans and the supplements and the drugs and the pre-existing conditions, I think, that really start to make that road a little more difficult to travel. Now, during an open enrollment period or the annual enrollment period, there's a few different names for it. What can someone aging into Medicare expect?
So the annual enrollment period, if you happen to age in during that time, I guess in some ways that's great for you because there's a lot of people out there talking about.
Yeah, like my birthday's in December. So yeah, I think, when I get to that age, I'll be able to age in during the open enrollment period.
Yeah. So that'll work great for you. But
right.
whenever you age in, you have 7 months. So you actually have 3 months before your birthday, month, the month of your birthday, and 3 months after to make your first Medicare decision. And there are resources, someone like HealthShare360, available anytime. During the annual enrollment period, anyone who's eligible for Medicare can be making a decision to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan. So that's why you will see all the TV commercials, you'll start getting a lot of mail, and there's a lot more people just out in the market talking about it, providing education about it. So don't worry, whenever you age in, you can definitely find people to help you. But October 15th through December 7th, there's a lot of people out in the market. And it actually in some ways can be more confusing because there's just a lot of noise to try to like cut through and figure out what's the right thing for you.
Yeah, I agree. I remember when my mom was going through it, just how like her head was just spinning around trying to figure it all out. Now, tell me, does HealthShare360 help with different insurance in different counties? Millennium Physician Group is all over the state of Florida. We have counties in the Tampa region, Southwest Florida, Panhandle. I'm in Duval County. What about my neighboring counties?
Yes. So HealthShare360, you become licensed in a state. So we can help anyone in Florida. But then what we also try to do is have some people who are local who really would understand your county and a little bit more. If you were talking to them about how far a certain hospital was or something, they would actually understand what you're talking about and give you some more support in that. But we can help anyone in Florida. So that would be any of Millennium's patients. And we provide them different ways too. I find people learn differently. We've already talked about how this is a lot of information to take in. So we have a website, we call it MedicareAnswers360.com, and it's co-branded with Millennium. So you know that it's recommended by your doctors. And that's a place to just start to get information. It has videos you can watch, you can just understand more. And I think that's a great place to start.
Yeah, I found that website really useful, actually.
Good. And then if you're ready, if you're kind of like a self shopper, the other great thing from that is you can actually link in and start seeing the plans and the plan benefits for yourself. Start just sort of seeing how many are out there. How do they compare? If you even are more of a kind of self starter, you can put in your particular prescriptions you take or doctors, and it'll help you show the different plans, how that works for you. I find a lot of people do start there. They just want to understand how many plans are available to me, like who's offering them. And then they get so far and they are like, okay, I kind of understand maybe the 3 plans I like, but I don't really know how to decide between them. And so then we offer the ability to call someone. So we have a call center that people can call. And actually, if you've done all that, you can tell them a code and they can pick up and see what work you've already done. So that I think is really great too. You don't have to start all over. They can see whatever you come up with so far. And then you can ask your additional questions about, whatever you couldn't get from just looking at a computer screen. Because I get it. There's probably some questions you had that you couldn't just get answered from the system. And that's what we're going to have in the market this fall. But then what we're going to grow to with Millennium is we're going to have local agents that are going to have in-person meetings that you will be able to go to and ask questions in person. So we will not have them this fall, but we're going to have that probably starting for people who are aging in 2022, and then definitely next annual enrollment period. So that'll be another resource you can use going forward if you like to meet with someone in person and ask questions in person.
Yeah, I think that's great. Laura Whitridge is the Vice President of Client Experience at HealthShare360. So Laura, thank you for joining us. The number that I have for our patients and for anyone listening who really has questions and needs to get some good, quick answers and talk to a person is 855-762-4425. That's 855-762-4425. And also you can find a direct link to HealthShare360 for the Millennium page through yourmedicareconnect.com. So Laura, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your input. And I know this is a really challenging time for people, but what was the website directly to go to the page through you guys?
Yes, it's MedicareAnswers360.com.
Yeah, we threw a lot of info.
Answers you need.
Yeah, exactly. We threw a lot of info out there. So Laura, thanks so much for joining us. And I look forward to catching up with you perhaps in the spring and then definitely during open enrollment, maybe in 2022.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stick around. The conversation will continue. Inspiration Health Radio, sponsored by Millennium Physician Group, will be right back.